The GOP's reversal of fortune. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Just 3 months ago, 3 reputable polls had the Democrats up at least 15 points in the generic congressional ballot. Well, not anymore. Reuters' latest generic ballot poll should hearten Republicans. At the beginning of March, Democrats enjoyed more than a 10-point advantage. Nearly 45% saying they'd vote for a Dem, while only 33% would pull the lever for a Republican. But now the GOP has taken the lead. The latest online poll shows 39% of registered voters saying they would vote Republican and just 36.7% supporting a Democrat. 6-point shift. So why is this turnaround happening? Because Republicans are pretty much staying on offense and supporting, generally not undermining, the president on key issues. By working to keep this economy going, dismantling the regulatory superstate that hurts our innovators and entrepreneurs, by not dragging us into more serious military conflicts, by refusing to buckle on immigration, at least so far. The GOP is actually gaining momentum. According to the Cook Political Report, California's 39th and 49th districts have both shifted from lean Democratic to toss-up. Nebraska's 2nd district moved from toss-up to lean Republican, and South Carolina's 5th district moved from likely Republican to solid Republican. So as you can imagine, this has thrown the Democrats into a full-on frothy panic. The party of failed ideas has issued a new anti-corruption message. That's going to be what drives the midterms for them, and they hope it's going to bring them success. Now, it's been said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so I wonder what plagiarism gets you. Democratic leaders in a new memo kind of seem to be channeling Trump. They're writing this: the American people are sick of getting a raw deal from Washington. Well, if this all sounds vaguely familiar, it is.
The people got a raw deal, and they deserve so much better. Our government's being eaten alive. Cronyism and kick the crooks out of Washington, D.C.
Now, if you can't beat them, repeat them, I guess. Well, there is a few major problems with the Democrats adopting an anti-corruption platform, because they are the party of corruption. These are the people that brought you Obama's weaponized IRS that targeted conservatives years ago. Same party that circled the wagons around Hillary Clinton's pay-to-play scheme at the State Department, where BlackBerry phones were smashed and hard drives were erased by BleachBit. Oh, let's not forget the party of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who, while running the DNC, employed an IT specialist who tried to flee to Pakistan after he wired money there. Money federal prosecutors say was obtained illegally. Remember, a federal grand jury indicted him and his wife on 4 counts last summer: bank fraud and conspiracy charges. And this is the party, by the way, that's going to root out corruption. The Clintons and their political spawn are so unscrupulous that supporters of Bernie Sanders filed a class action lawsuit against the DNC for rigging the primaries in Hillary's favor. Don't you get that an air of desperation has begun to settle over the Democrats? Because they thought they were guaranteed to strike electoral gold in November. Congressman Al Green, he's a Texas Dem, is promising that if they take control of the House, quote, there's a good likelihood there will be articles of impeachment brought against the president. That's it? That's your plan? How's that going to grow voters' 401ks or keep our manufacturing boom going? Impeachment is not a pro-growth platform, kids. And if that doesn't get out the vote, well, some liberal foot soldiers hope that attempts at comedy will. Deputy Chair of the Democratic National Committee, Congressman Keith Ellison, he donned a blonde wig to impersonate the president recently. Warning: cover your pet's ears and put masking tape on the window panes.
Robert Mueller, I hate that Robert Mueller. I'm firing Robert Mueller. I'm firing Robert Mueller.
Oh my God. He will not be seen in Hamilton anytime soon. Well, that tune is flat, it's flat off key as the rest of the Democratic message. My friends, this should be fairly easy for the Republicans. There's a great sense of optimism in the country. It's a great time to be an American. I think there's no better time than maybe in the 80s during Reagan. So it's time to double down on the accomplishments. Support the president's populist pro-growth agenda. The GOP at the same time must also avoid any self-inflicted wounds before the midterms. Promoting or passing an amnesty plan or going weak on China, that could actually dishearten the base. It could break faith with the blue-collar workers who swept the president and the GOP into office, and could again if you stand with them. And that's the angle.